Hello, Leos, and welcome to this, your September 15th through September 30th reading and predictions. For those of you who are returning, you may recognize my background as being my cousin's man cave in Medicine Hat, Alberta. Special thanks to my cousin for providing me with this space and sharing. Okay, before we get started on pulling cards, a couple of quick things. First of all, for those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome. For those returning, thank you for continuing to support my channel. For those of you who are new here, just a heads up, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. I am authentic when I come on here because I expect authenticity from psychics that I go to see, and thus that's what I put out there when I give readings as well. I had a couple of what might be described as complaints from my most recent videos, and that is that the actual reading portion of the video does not start until at least 5 or 6 minutes in. That's because I pull the cards on camera. Why do I pull the cards on camera? Well, like you guys, I too like to watch tarot card readers on video. And what I found for me personally is that readers who pull cards off camera and then turn the camera on and do the reading, I don't resonate with them the same way that I do with card readers who pull the cards on camera. And that is the reason why I pull cards on camera. There you have it. I won't feel any offense if you want to scroll ahead a couple of minutes here. I'm going to start pulling your cards right now, and then we'll get on with your reading. I do pull all of the cards. I leave them sitting face down, and then I start reading. All right, Leo, tap into your energy. Call in the energy of the divine creator, the angels, the ancestors, and the animals. And we give thanks to Mother Earth for all that she does to support us. Please help and guide us in this act of divination. Okay, Leo, first cards. Cards of where you are at now, what is influencing you here as I record this video in mid-September. All right, we do have a flipped over card. Let me get that pulled out for you as well as the other card. Flip them face down so I can't see them. And we're going to move into what are you focusing on at this time, Leo? One card flipped out and went flying over there. Let's see what else we've got. Anything else for Leo? What else is the Leos in the group? What else are the Leos in the group focusing on? I can speak English. Anything else? All right. Well, apparently you're just focusing on one thing at this time, Leo. Okay. All right. Difficult influences, insights, and challenges for the Leos, mid to late September. What's going on for Leo? Difficult influences, challenges. What's challenging the Leos? There we go. Is that one going to come out too? Yeah. Oh, and another one. Okay. So that was the final card that came out, that one and those. We have a few challenges going on for you. 5 cards in your challenges. All right. The next card that we're going to pull for you, Leo, is cards that are messages you need to hear at this time. Now, sometimes these are just random messages and they'll resonate with many of you. And other times these are cards that tie in the rest of the reading. So let's see what Leo needs to hear at this time. What messages does Leo need to hear? We've got one message coming out. All right, apparently there is just, oh, we might have a couple more. All right, I'm just going to show you, see how these are sticking out. They decided not to go back in. So we're going to put that card there and those ones there. Apparently there's a little bit that you need to hear right now, Leo. Okay, we're going back over here to the traditional tarot for your unexpected. unexpected for Leo, mid to late September. Yeah, we're going to have a whole pile of cards that are going to fall out. So we will go through that smaller portion of the deck for you in just a moment. Okay, we'll pick up all of these because I'm kind of thinking that this is not. Let's just shuffle them here first. Oh, there's one card out for your unexpected anyway. Let's move that over here. If you've got this much unexpected going on, Leo, you might be a little overwhelmed. All right. Is there anything else that's unexpected? We've got the one card that came out here. Anything else unexpected for Leo, mid to late September? Got cards wanting to come out, but they're coming out in big piles. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, final general overall outcome. Ooh, don't fall on the floor, please. Final general overall outcome for Leo. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us for the outcome for Leo? What else is going on for Leo in their outcome? There's another card. Anything else? And one more. Okay. Let's collect these up in the order in which they came out and set them aside. Reading portion. Okay. So energies of where you are at now, Leo, we have the diamond. This is about radiance. And we have the butterfly, regeneration. This is a card of recreating yourself. This is a card of basically being reborn, of basically having gone into a cocoon and saying, my life wasn't working for me. I'm going to go into a cocoon and I'm going to recreate myself because I feel like I should be being a butterfly and not a caterpillar. And in so doing, what you're actually doing is, as we know, diamonds are compressed carbon. You are compressing all of your life experiences here on this plane. And you're amalgamating all of them into this regeneration or this rebirth that you are about to present to the world. Now, for some of you, you are already well into the throes of this change and this shift in your life. I do want to say for some of you, this is about the relationships that you have in your life, relationships that have just kind of been coasting along, but they're not really feeding your soul anymore. For some of you, this is about work, but I want to say that's only maybe 25% of you. And for the other 75% of you, this has to do with the relationships, and you're looking at the relationships that you have, the relationships you have with family, with friends, as well as romantic partners. And you're in that place where you're going, that's not going to work for me. And part of what you're going to be doing is setting new boundaries for yourself in the coming days and months, Leo. That's really what I'm feeling that these are indicating. Now, some of you are already in the throes of this, and for some of you, this is just kind of on the horizon, and it's going to begin to reveal itself more as we move into this middle part of September. But ultimately, this is your goal. You want to come out of this as a diamond, radiating this new energy and power, and you want to come out of it as a beautiful butterfly. And I want to point out as well the opposites of this. This is one of the hardest elements, not elements, this is one of the hardest substances known to mankind. And yet butterflies are so soft and fragile. And so there is this aspect of yourself of setting boundaries with this diamond and being a little bit hard, while at the same time still expressing that beautiful compassion that you have in a lot of what you do, Leo. Okay. Let's move into what you are focusing on. You only have the one card here for your focus, and you have the Seven of Pentacles here in what you're focusing on. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is about a slow progression towards achieving your goals. That kind of falls into this as well, right? It takes a long time to create a diamond. And as well, we have this cocooning phase where the caterpillar, for a period of time, which, I mean, we don't really know, but given the size of the creature, going into that cocoon phase, it probably seems like a really long time for a caterpillar to become the butterfly. And now you have this Seven of Pentacles coming in for what you're focusing on. And what comes to mind is slow and steady wins the race. Okay. You still have work to do towards becoming your beautiful diamond encrusted butterfly, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. And this stands to reason because, as I mentioned, Leo, so many of you are so compassionate and you don't want to hurt other people's feelings. And yet you also need to create those boundaries in your relationships as you are changing and shifting who you are. Yeah. Let's move into your challenges. What is challenging? Okay. Your challenges at this time. You have the number 20 card. This is the card of beyond illusion. Okay. At this time, you're bumping up against being able to see beyond what's right in front of you. For many of you, the reason that you are rebirthing yourself, the reason you are becoming something new and something different is because you're no longer living in the illusion that's being created for us by family, friends, society, by the institutions, educational institutions, religious institutions, and so on. You're now seeing beyond this illusion, Leo, and that's why you're now changing. And you're no longer resonating with some of what's going on now. This card is the equivalent to the number 20 card in the major arcana of the traditional tarot. And this is a card of, it is time for you to begin to, for lack of a better term, do a life review. Now, for some of you who are very spiritual, you'll understand that when our physical bodies cease to function, our soul goes to the other side and does what's known as a life review. And you look at the lessons you learned and the lessons you didn't learn and what you need to revisit if you decide to incarnate again. But the reality is that we can do a life review here and now in our current physical incarnation. And that's usually what happens when this card comes up. And in so doing, we're able to see beyond the illusion. We're able to tap back into our true life soul purpose. Now, this came up in your difficult influences. So for some of you, you're bumping into this and you're going, wait a minute, I don't believe in that stuff. I know right now some of you are going to go, yeah, let's just turn this video off. She's gone way, way, way out there. But bear with me for just a moment. When we are born innocent children, and our families, and then society, and then our educational institution and religious institutions begin to influence us and tell us how things should be. And as an innocent baby, we accept all of that. But then we reach our teen years and we review all of that. And then we rebel against some of it. And then we kind of find our footing again. And then we move into our adult years and we go, hey, wait a minute, that's not working for me either. And so we do these life reviews on a regular basis, Leo. And this card in your difficult influences is indicating that you're on the verge of, or you're already stepping into doing one of these life reviews where you're going, I'm going to start challenging a little bit of that authority, and I'm questioning this, and I'm doing this and that. And that also happens when we are becoming a butterfly and regenerating ourselves. So this is what you're bumping into right now as you're going through the month of September. You have the Three of Rainbows, also known as the Three of Pentacles here. This is a card of ask for guidance, ask for help when you need it. If you're unsure of what's going on now, this is in your difficult influences, Leo. So it is telling me that asking for help is not in your comfort zone, but this card is saying, ask for help when you need it. Ask for guidance when you need it. You have We Are the World here. This is the equivalent to the 10 of Pentacles. This is a card indicating that when you do the work necessary, Seven of Pentacles here, right? Do the work, slow and steady wins the race. When you've done that, you can achieve the world. You can accomplish anything. This is showing up in your difficult influences, indicating that right now you feel like what you want to accomplish is still just a little bit out of reach. That's okay. It's about timing, right? Slow and steady wins the race. This card was indicating you're not going to get things right now. It's not about instant gratification. You have the Five of Swords coming in here in your difficult influences. Now, the Five of Swords is already a difficult card. It's a card about you comparing yourself to others. And when you do that, you degrade your radiance. Okay. You are not other people. Don't compare yourself to other people. They have not walked the path that you have walked. They have not had the experiences that you have had. And therefore, you comparing yourself to others is only lowering your vibration. So you can walk away from that energy. And also, you have the number 3 card of the major arcana, the creativity card. This card corresponds to the high priestess in the traditional tarot. This is all about tapping into your intuition. Leo, at this time, as you are changing and shifting, and as you are coming to the realization that you're doing this life review and it is time to see beyond the illusion, it is time for you to not accept everything at face value. That's really what this is about, is don't accept everything as face value. Question everything. Tap into your intuition. It's the best way that you can do that. Let's have a look at messages you need to hear at this time. Not in the order that they came out, but I have to go here just so that there's continuity in the reading. The last card that you had in your difficult influences and challenges is the card telling you tap into your intuition and your creativity at all times right now. You need that. And you've got the messages you need to hear. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to lead you astray. You have focus on the positive, right? Why not focus on the positive? Know your truth. That's what this reading has been about, right? When you're seeing things beyond illusion, when you're no longer in alignment with what's coming to you at face value and your intuition is going, wait a minute, that's not right. Okay, so the TV vision said one thing, but your intuition is going, that's not right. Or your bestie is saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you're going, now I can't see them doing that, right? You're seeing beyond the illusion. You're tapping into your intuition and you're being told, trust your intuition at this time, focus on the positive and know your truth. When you tap into and really listen to your intuition, you will know your truth, Leo, and feel joy in all that you do. Why not? You're going through a transition. Transitions are difficult at best, and yet they can also be joyful when we welcome them with open arms, because there are a couple of things that are inevitable death, taxes, and most importantly, change. Everything is always changing, Leo. So rather than resisting it, feel joy. All right, let's have a look at what's come up in your unexpected. Yes. All right, so as we know in the tarot, everything is a progression. We progress from the Fool at 0 up to the World at 21. And through that progression, we are learning and growing and changing and shifting and recreating ourselves. In your unexpected, you have the Fool, which is the 0 card, and you have the World, which is the 21 card. This card, the Beyond Illusion card, is the number 20 card, which is the card right before you are handed the World. This is the card where you do that review and you say, okay, that's working for me. This isn't working for me. I'm going to bring this forward and be, if one of your life lessons is to really, really learn to trust your intuition, you're going to bring that lesson forward with you. And then the World is there for you. The Fool in your unexpected is an indication that you are truly stepping into a new beginning and a new chapter. And the world is your oyster, but also it's a little bit, how do I say this? It's new, it's refreshing, but it's also a strange new place for you. Because as you awaken and you trust your intuition and you let go of that which no longer serves your highest good, you let go of suggestions that you heard when you were 3 years old and you've been carrying them around with you. And all of a sudden now you go, wait, that doesn't work for me anymore. When you do that, or when even for that matter, when you're rebirthing yourself as a beautiful new butterfly, think about this for a moment, Leo. You're a caterpillar when you're born and you inch your way around and you eat some leaves and that is your world. And it's this little tiny place. It's this tree or this plant that you were born onto. And then you follow through and you go into your cocoon and you begin to trust your intuition and you begin to see beyond the illusion and you step into the role of creativity and intuition. And all of a sudden you're reborn as a butterfly. You're able to fully see beyond the illusion. Yep, there's a butterfly on here as well. And you went from being this caterpillar that thought that the world was only as big as the plant or the tree that it was born onto, to being able to fly and soar above and, look at the monarch butterflies that fly from Canada all the way down to Mexico every year. And wow, the world is so big to them. But it is also foreign and strange to them, which is the Fool. Right? It's new and they've got these wings and they want to expand their wings. This is you right now. And once you expand those wings, you can get up high and you can have this big, beautiful perspective that as a caterpillar, you weren't able to. That's what's happening to you right now, Leo. And you have the King of Cups. King of Cups is the most compassionate king, the most emotional king in the deck. And the King of Cups is there to guide you, to mentor you, and to remind you to tap into your heart center for all that you do. Let's look at your final general overall outcome. Final general overall outcome. You have the Three of Autumn, also known as the Three of Pentacles. You had the Three of Pentacles in your difficult influences. You are moving beyond the difficult influence of asking for help and guidance. And in your general overall outcome, you will reach that place where you recognize it's okay to ask for help and guidance. And in fact, This is mentorship energy here with this King of Cups. So you may be reaching out to somebody and asking for guidance and helping. You have the Hanged Man here in your final general overall outcome, indicating you are finally able to see things from this higher perspective that I was just talking about, right? With this butterfly and with this beyond illusion, you've stepped away from being the caterpillar crawling on the ground and on the plants, and all of a sudden you're able to see things from this higher perspective. That's what this card is telling you. And you are finally able to let go of the past, release the past, fully step up and embrace this change, Leo. Like I said, for some of you, this is going to be about creating new boundaries in your current relationships. For some of you, it's going to be about changing relationships altogether. For a very small minority of you, this is about changing and shifting a job or career. But the vast majority of you, you are looking at your familial relationships, you're looking at your friendships, and you're looking at your romantic partnerships, and you are making changes and shifts to that which actually fills you so that you're able to soar on the wind as a beautiful butterfly. All right, Leo, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this video resonated deeply for you, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps, and give the video a like. And please allow me the honor of doing your next reading at the beginning of October. As always, my contact information is down below if you'd like to book a private session. Take care, everyone.